Hi, I'm Caroline and I'm so glad you're here. I'm a psychotherapist, a former NHS specialist nurse and mum to a brilliant young man, Max, who has complex needs. I'm also proudly neurodivergent, having been diagnosed with ADHD in my 50s. Gaining my diagnosis uncovered lots of questions for me and made me realise why there's certain things I find really difficult. Probably why I feel so connected to young people who are neurodivergent, and actually it's been really empowering finding out that it's just that my brain works a bit differently to other people's. So if you come to my page, you'll find validation, you'll find practical tools and honest conversations. There's absolutely no judgment, no quick fixes, I'm afraid, but just compassion and real support. You found a safe space. Max really struggled. He was in special school, but he struggled with anxiety about school from being really young. And when I look back, Emily did too. Emily doesn't have a learning disability. She has ADHD. Emily actually managed it she used to have what we called duvet days. So she'd get burnt out and we'd let her have time off school. And I think in those days, Emily was born in the early 90s, that the school system wasn't as punitive as it is now, and it wasn't a huge problem, her taking time off school, and it allowed her to regulate. So we just naturally learned to do that. I've never been a pushy parent. I've never been a parent who wanted my children to be highly academic. I don't see that as a mark of success. I was really pushed by my parents to succeed at school, and I found that really difficult. I think we need to think about what is success. What do we view as success? But success to me isn't a young person who can just churn out a load of stuff like that they've learned at school. Success is about raising a young person who is confident, who's happy in their own skin, who really knows who they are. I specialise in emotionally based goal avoidance. I think this speciality found me. I was approached by families who were in a desperate situation with young people who were burnt out, who were struggling to go to school or had stopped going to school. And I was always drawn to families, children and young people who were vulnerable. And I think probably that's because there were times when I was growing up when I felt really vulnerable, misunderstood. I was that kid who was standing outside the classroom for talking too much, who was messing about, who was constantly getting into trouble. So I think those young people will always have a special place in my heart. Working with these amazing young people, I developed a model of helping them to feel better. So if you are a parent, an educator or a professional navigating this journey or supporting a young person or a family, just know that you're not alone and you've found a safe place.